Hey Wibblings, it's Morgana, and it's time for the Lunar Calendar video for July. Yay! See, you get me cracking on these and I start doing them on time. I don't start doing them right before the first full moon of the month. But whatever. Okay, so oh, my bun looks weird. This is fun, by the way, so it's nothing. See, look. I'm not moving it though. I'm not. It's too hot. I'm not moving it right now. I'm not doing it. Okay, so we're gonna dig right into it. Like I mentioned in my last update video, I am changing things a little bit now. I'm unless I can absolutely verify that this particular day is when this happens, I'm not giving you the date for any particular event during that lunar month anymore. Unless I can absolutely nail it down and verify it happens on this day every year, which, let's be honest, it's virtually impossible. So, there will be one or two exceptions, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to kick right in. We're going to kick things off, and we're going to go right to the dates of the different moon phases. Okay, so first up you have your next full moon, next full moon, which is on July 1st this year. And then your last quarter moon will be on the 8th. Your new moon will be on the 15th. And then your first quarter moon will be on the 22nd. Which, if you roll around and do the math in your head, which means we should have another full moon on the 29th of July. Just putting it out there. Okay, so different names for the moon of July. You ready? Okay, we have the hay moon, the wart moons, W-O-R-T. We have the, Maid Monat, which means meadow month. We have the moon of claiming. We have the moon of blood, which supposedly is because of mosquitoes. Then we have the blessings moon, the thunder moon, and then the Helmanoth, which is hay month. And that's spelled H-E-W-L-M-A-N-O-T-H. Okay, and then we have the fallow moon, F-A-L-L-O-W, and then we have the buck moon. Okay, so in no particular order, because I could not nail down dates for all of the lunar activities or special occurrences in this month. We're going to kick things right off with the Japanese Festival of Lanterns, or Obon. It's supposed to be around the 15th or the full moon. So it is a combination of Buddhist and Shinto beliefs that honor the dead. Let's see. Homes, tombs, and ancestral tablets were thoroughly cleaned. The gardens were hung with lanterns to light the way of the dead so they could join with their families for a 3-day ceremony. Up next we have the Day of Pax, who is the Roman goddess of peace. She's either the Greek or Roman goddess of peace. I want to say Roman. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But on this day you traditionally did works for peace inside your home or outside your home. And then the Day of Concordia, who was also a Roman goddess of agreement, understanding, and marital harmony. Which, again, I think Pax was the day you did peace outside your home, and then Concordia was the day you did stuff for peace inside your home. Memory serves. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I wrote it down correctly. Okay, the one festival I could definitively nail down, it happens on the same day every year, was on the 7th, is I'm going to butcher the saying, Nonne Capretone. What? No. Capretone. Okay. It's the oldest of the women's festivals dedicated to Juno. That I could definitively nail down. That is held every year on July 7th. Then, around the 10th is the Day of Hel, who was a Norse goddess Let's see. She presided over a realm of the same name, and she received a portion of the dead. And then on this day, you would give offerings to help with tasks that would take all that you have to give. Something, a really hard task, not just like cleaning the house or whatever, but I mean like something very arduous. Ooh, arduous, big word of the day. Cha-ting. Okay, and then there's also the day of Caradwen, who is a Celtic goddess. On her day, you would give offerings to give aid for disabled children. And then also around on the full moon in this month was the Chinese Festival of the Dead, or Chongyuan. It's Y-U-A-N. I probably butchered the crap out of that, and I apologize. Okay, so let's see. Some Chinese visit the graves of their ancestors to pay their respects. They clean the graves and repaint the inscriptions. They allow out food offerings, which are eaten after the spirits have consumed the spiritual element. So it's a lot like the Mexican Day of the Dead, but it's in July. And then in July is Isis's birthday. The Egyptian goddess Isis is her birthday. And then the day after that is her sister's birthday, Nephthys, Nephthys. I knew I butchered that. Okay, then after that is the Egyptian New Year, or the Opet Festival, which celebrated marriage. Let's see. What I could find said that the statues of Amun, Mut, and Khonsum were escorted in a joyous procession from the temple of Amun in Karnak to the temple in Luxor, which is apparently about 2 miles, in a marital celebration. Let's see. Okay, and then there was also, around the same time, was the celebration of Venus and Adonis in Rome, which is also called Rosalia, or the Day of Roses. And this was a day where you would do commemoration of the dead, and you might also make offerings to cult statues of deities. It was supposed to be very funerary type of offerings. Let's see, and then after that in Rome was Neptunalia, which was to honor Neptune. And they would honor him to assure they had rainfall for their crops, because it's a very dry time of year in Rome. So they would assure the rainfall for the crops and forestall any drought. And also this was a good time for them to start any irrigation work because it was so dry, if I remember correctly. Okay, and then finally, the last one, at the very end of July in Belgium, there's a thing called the Procession of the Witches. And they have a parade, and what the parade starts with is the history. And then you will meet the witches of their well-known fairy tales. And then the parade ends with the infamous witch hunt. Then it's the bringing to trial of the witches, then the torture and punishment of the convict, and apparently they have other like music and activities and all whatever. And it's really a festival. This is what the town claims anyway. That they're doing it as a way to cherish their local legends of the witches that were around from the time period of these the local fairy tales, and the witches that were persecuted, and to preserve them for future generations. I get all that until you get to the end of what ends their festival, when they have a witch sent to the stake. I can think of better ways to end a festival. I get you want to be historically accurate and all that, but it's a rather bleak way to end a festival to me. But it's Belgium. What can I say? You know, it works for them. I do know that they started it in the late 1950s as a way to bring in tourists or whatever, and apparently it was pretty successful. It's just, in a way, I get what they're trying to do, but another way, it's rather... Why do you have to end the festival that way? Whatever. Okay, so now we're going to get on to the correspondences for the month of July. Okay, so your nature spirits are going to be hobgoblins, which are described as small, grotesque, but friendly brownie-type creatures, and fairies of harvested crops. And then your herbs are going to be honeysuckle, agrimony, lemon balm, and hyssop. Your colors will be silver and blue-gray. Your flowers will be the lotus, the water lily, and the jasmine. Your scents are orris, O-R-R-I-S, and frankincense. Your stones can be the pearl, moonstone, and the white agate. Your trees will be the oak, acacia, and ash. Your animals, the crab, the turtle, the dolphin, and the whale. Sense a certain water theme there, don't you? Okay, your birds will be... Sorry, not talking about a Tom Hanks movie. Sorry. Which was awesome, by the way. But birds. Aviaries. You have your starling, your ibis, and the swallow. And then your deities will be Capera, Athene, Juno, Hel, Holda, Caridwen, Nephthys, and Venus. And all more importantly is your power flow for your for magics performed for this month. You can relax energy, preparing, succeeding, dream work, divination, meditation on goals and plans, especially your spiritual ones. Okay, so I think that went faster than normal too. Wow. Okay, so that's your lunar video for this month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or anything to share, please put them down below in the comments. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.